Okay, so today is the day that we write our play script. We're going to use our plans from Tuesday. So think back, where was yours set? Who were your characters? And if you need to, you best go and have a look at the work you've already done just to remind yourself. We've done all the hard part where we've thought about everything. Now what we need to do is we need to put it all together and write our play script. And we're going to do that together to start off with. Then you're going to go away and finish it, and I'll talk to you about what you need to do after that. So, key question, how do I write a play script? Let's remind ourselves, we looked at what play scripts are. We created characters, we wrote a conversation, we looked at stage directions. Tuesday, we planned our script, so today we are writing it. And then the last thing we need to do, which will be next week, is we need to peer assess. So we're going to look at each other's and tell them how successful they've been. All right, you should have your continuous learning journal, a sharp pencil, and possibly a rubber with you. If you don't have it, pause video now and go and get it. All righty, so we're going to start off today. We're just reminding ourselves what a good script looks like. Now, this is something I showed you when we talked about what play scripts are. We have stage directions, new speaker, new line. We have how things are said. You guys already know this, so now let's put it into practice. We need a title. We need a cast list of characters. We need to set the scene. We need to remember that special punctuation, that colon. We're going to use brackets for any stage directions. So, are you ready? Step one, we're going to write a title for our play script. So have a little think. What could a really cool title for yours be? Mine was set on a pirate ship, so I'm going to think about that. Okay, I've got mine. So write with me. Open up your continuous learning journal. We're going to write our title. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do that. Here's mine. Old Captain One Leg's Quest for Gold by Mr. Scott. And I even wrote the date. So pause video. You've got 2 minutes. Off you go. Okay, so we've written our date, we've written our title, and we've written who it's by. Now we're going to think about our characters and we're going to put them in a cast list. Now I'm going to use bullet points for mine, okay, and I'm going to list down. So I had, let me think, Old Captain One Leg, Dopey Dave, Seashell Michelle, and I had 9 Lives Nancy. But I'm also going to add in a few more because I need to talk about Captain Blackbeard and his crew. So underneath where we've written our name, we're going to do it like this. Are you ready? We're going to write cast and we're going to underline it. And then we're going to use bullet points for each character. And as you can see, I've got 6. I've got 5 main characters and then Captain Blackbeard's crew. So off you go. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to do this. Remember, names need capital letters. 3 minutes in your journal. Off you go. Okay, so now we're going to set the scene. Okay, we're going to tell the people that are going to act the characters where they are and what they're doing. So I'm on a pirate ship, so let me think about that. Okay. Hey, how about this? Old Captain One Leg and his crew were aboard HMS Smooth Sailing, following the route to a land that promises gold, jewelry, and money. The sea was calm, and they are on top deck, sitting around, laughing and joking. Underneath our cast, we're going to use those brackets, and you are going to tell me where your characters are and what they're doing. So think about 2 or 3 sentences to set the scene. Mine are on HMS Smooth Sailing. They're looking for gold. The sea is calm and they're sitting on the top deck beautifully. So we're going to use those brackets. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to write your scene. 5 minutes. Off you go. Remember your capital letters and your full stops, and don't forget those brackets. So now we're going to write our full conversation. So this is where we need to remember that we put a new character on a new line. This is where we need to remember to use stage directions to say how they say their line. So who's going to start your story off? Who's going to comment next? Are we going to check that our conversation makes sense? Because if it doesn't, no point writing it. All right, I'm going to give you 20 minutes to do this. So maybe you need to set a timer on your iPad, or you need to have a look at the clock and see what the time is now, and then come back in 20 minutes. This is how my story goes. You can see that I've got a new speaker on a new line. I want to see what yours look like, okay? So give yourself 20 minutes writing time, and if you still need more, that's okay. But I want to see your finished script. And look, I'm so proud of my kinetic letters. I'm so proud of how I've remembered all of those features. And that's what we're going to talk about next. So off you go. Go write me your play script. Okay, so now we're going to self-assess ourselves. So what that means is we're going to go back, we're going to read our play script, and we're going to check for all those play script features we need. So let's remind ourselves what they look like. Have I written a title? Have I written a cast list? Have I set the scene with stage directions? Did I put a new speaker on a new line? Have I said how characters acted? Have I said how characters were feeling? Okay, so here's my script, just like before. So let's think. Step 1. Yes, I have a title. Yes, I have a cast list. I have set the scene. I've got new speakers on new lines. And I've got really good examples of how characters were feeling, how things were said. So all I want you to do on the checklist is very simply, if you have got a title, put a tick. If you have got a cast list, put a tick. Have you set the scene? Put a tick. Have you used a new speaker on a new line? Put a tick. Have you said how characters said things? Have you said how characters were feeling? If there was anything you didn't do, that will be your next step. So for example, if you forgot to do a cast list, my next step is a cast list. All right, so if you want to do what I did and show it, so go back to your play script once you've uploaded it, and if you want to just highlight to me what you've done, that would be amazing too. You could underline it in different colors, okay, or you could put nice neat boxes around it, and then fill out your checklist by adding ticks. Writing our play script, lesson complete.